All right, this is Mark, and we're going to watch Aiden's butterfly here. Along with the butterfly, do make sure we kind of read some of the notes that are attached in the email that Lynette and I are both adding from different things that we've seen in this. Aiden, love all the great work you're doing at practice right now. You are such a good, strong worker. All right, so a couple of things real quick right away. We like how early you're breathing. You kind of see how you're keeping that head down, and that's really, really good. You're not really lifting that head too high out of the water. Your shoulders are right at the surface. Your chin is right at the surface. So that helps really keeping a good low butterfly, which really helps keeping us right on the surface of the water. What we don't like to see are people going up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're doing a good job of staying right on the surface. So I like that a lot. As we go in, we can see that we get that head down pretty quickly, right as those hands are starting to enter. That's really good. You're doing breathing every other stroke. Now, right here, that is so good, Aiden. Your head's a little bit high right here. You can kind of see your chin's above that water. So try and keep that head a little bit lower, but that is such a good above water stroke on that fly. Great job. Try to make sure we don't let those fingertips start to drop. You can see these fingertips are pointing this way, where your left ones are kind of down. We don't want to make sure we do a drag. Keep those hands and those palms out to the side. And as you enter, that's entering right about shoulder width apart. That's excellent. Aiden, you also have really two good kicks. You're doing a good job of kicking. Here's where your first kick was right here. And then as you get ready to exit, you have that second kick. So that's good. Two kicks into every single wall. Aiden, that's what we talk about all the time. We talk about having two-kick butterfly. That's a good two-kick butterfly. Great job. So as we go into our turn here, you kind of took that breath, that last stroke in. We talk a lot about not breathing the last stroke into your turn and not breathing the first stroke off the turn. So don't breathe the last stroke into your wall. Okay, it's a little thing, but it's actually a big thing too, because as you sometimes take that last stroke, you get a little bit too close. And because you took that last stroke, your knees and your hips were a little bit lower than we'd like to have seen. Okay, so if you keep your head down, your hips are going to be a little bit higher. As you start to do the turn, you can kind of see how your back has come above the water. You've lifted your head up. You want to keep your shoulders right at water depth. So instead of being up here above the gutter, you want them right here at water depth. Okay, so work on not doing a pull-up into your turn as best you can. Well, you do a really good job of bringing that hand over, and you're kind of looking in that right direction. So that was really good. And then right here is a good-looking streamline. I can't wait to see that underwater. But from the side here above water, that looks great, okay? 1, 2. All right, so 2 dolphin kicks. So you did a good job of streamlining. You did a good job of coming off the wall, but we want to do 6 dolphin kicks. We've talked a lot about that. We're going to keep talking a lot about it all year long. 6 dolphin kicks back, fly every single time, right? Don't breathe last stroke in the wall. Don't breathe first stroke off the wall. And as you can see here, first stroke off, we got that breath. Get that head down, get into your stroke just a little bit better, and then you're going to be perfect. But you do such a good job of dropping that head. Good hand entry. The other thing is, Aiden, I think that if you watch that butterfly a little bit more, you're going to see every time that you're not taking a breath, your hips are staying really high in that water, which is so good. When you're taking that breath, you kind of drop your hips a little bit low. That's why you want to make sure you're not really taking that last breath into your turn, because you don't want to go into your wall with low hips. Okay? Good job, Aiden. I mean, really, keep up the hard work. It looks great.